Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit confusing because I kind of have to catch everybody up on what's been going on. Right, I haven't been uploading that consistently, and I've had a bunch of videos basically just fall right through the cracks. I've trashed a lot of stuff, just put a bunch of stuff away. Some stuff I just didn't want to upload. So I kind of need to clarify what's going on because I have not uploaded in the better part of like a month for like a current video. So I would like to get everybody up to speed, so I apologize in advance. It's going to be a lot of talking, and I'm just going to be inserting a lot of clips. So first things first, you guys have seen the truck that I got. I teased it last video. I never really introduced it. It's just a daily driver, hence why there's no like crazy introduction videos. I sold the E92. I got a truck. And I'm starting the part out thing a little bit more serious, so that's why I got the truck. So it's a good truck, tows well, it's bone stock, and when I have things to do to it, I'll probably just throw it up on YouTube as like one video. I also purchased an E36 to flip. That's not going so well. I purchased it not running. I got it running. I got it with proper brakes and suspension, but the car has a fair amount of rust on it, so I'm sure that's just kind of what's deterring people from purchasing it. I have it listed at just an extremely low number. I have the cheapest E36 on Marketplace, and I'm trying to help everybody out, but nobody wants to buy it, so I might just part it out. So if you want to buy a $2,200 E36, running and driving low miles, everything, just little bit of rust, it's still for sale until I part it like next week. So I still have that car. I'm not going to cover really anything on that car on the channel because I'm not keeping it. There's no sense in making videos on it. It's just I've recorded some stuff with it, cleaned it up, you know, made it presentable, and now I'm trying to get rid of it. With the E36 M3, that is what I'm gonna, hopefully this video will be titled like putting my car back together or something like that, because I am gonna try and put it back together today. I have just went to hell and back with this thing, with ordering parts. Nobody has the right parts. Everything that I order says it's in stock and it doesn't show up. So long story short, I'm gonna put the car back together today. We're missing a numerous amount of things to actually like parts for the car, but at this point it's been sitting for so long, I'm so tired of it sitting, so I would like to just get it back together. Quickly, I will go over what I have done on the car recently. So I did headers. I don't know if I'm not gonna make that a whole video. I'm just gonna insert some clips. I did some cool headers on the car, equal length. They should sound a little bit cooler, and that was fun. Total bitch to install, but I'm stoked that they're on there. The exhaust is out. Here are the OEM headers. As you can see, they are flat on the flange, so you can actually just run a nut and a bolt. So I just got 6 M10 by 40s. Alright, the headers are now in, like 100%. Pretty sure I got everything. I've been looking a couple times. I looked twice, 2-3 times to make sure that everything is tightened. And if we have a leak, you'll be able to hear it, or I'll be able to hear it pretty quick. Honestly, this one was not fun. I've done a lot of jobs on this car, and this one's just not fun at all. No matter what tools you have, there's no way you can get them in there. There's no room for a socket. There's no room for a socket and a swivel. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good. But now I'm gonna start it with no exhaust. This car has no exhaust on it, just the headers. So it's gonna be fucking loud. And I'm excited. Neighbors are gonna hate it, but I can't wait. This is a 2-month cold start. Headers back. Well, nothing after the headers. I also sold the UUC, and I picked up an AC Schnitzer muffler that will hopefully complement the Type 2s pretty good. I don't actually love the way it looks, but it does sound pretty nice because it sounds close to stock, and that's kind of what I'm looking for on the car. So anyways, I had all those components. I was going to put the car back together the other day, so I separated the drive shaft to replace the center support bearing, and just my luck, it was so seized it would not come off. I tried the jaw pullers, I tried chisel and hammer for like 3 hours. Nothing would help it come off. It was so seized. So I dropped it off at a fabrication shop because no shop around me wanted to touch it, so I just took it to a fab shop. They had it for 2 days, which sucks because I could have put the car back together yesterday. I finally got it back this morning. They installed the center support bearing, which is nice, so at least I don't have to put it back together. I just have to put the drive shaft back together. So I have all the components that are like related to the drive shaft and the center support bearing, like anything connected to the drive shaft is getting replaced today, as well as I'm putting the exhaust back in the car. Basically needs the exhaust, the mid pipe, like all the hangers, and I have a really cool, kind of rare piece for it underneath that you'll never see, but it's an OEM skid plate, which is kind of cool. Came on the 94 Verts, so shout out to Vlad for that one. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to just put this car back together. I am not going to record it. If that makes you disappointed or mad, you just have to understand that I am a one-man show here. This car has been sitting up on jack stands for the better part of 4 months, and there's nothing I want more than to put this car on the ground. So if I had somebody here to film it, I would. I'm just gonna put it back together. Maybe I'll film here and there, and I'll kind of just like mash it all together, and you'll just see when it's ready to come off the jacks, because that's gonna be the most exciting part anyways. You guys saw me take the shit out, reverse operations to put it back in. If you have any questions, there's plenty of videos that reference basically everything I'm doing, because I'll probably have to reference those videos as well. All right, I've been standing here for probably an hour and a half. I've been filing the splines on the drive shaft to mate with the like female end of the drive shaft. So I think what happened is I dropped it off at a shop, fab shop. What I think happened is the shop that touched this drive shaft and put the center support bearing on, they actually, first they marred up the threads inside, which is a total bummer. So luckily I don't have a tap and die set. Scott was able to tap the threads back, so the bolt went back in, great. But then I went to go put the splined section of the drive shaft into the female end, or whatever, the end that goes out towards the differential, and it just would not go. It would not go. It was like, it just would not mate to it. So I'm also a little skeptical of my marking, because I wasn't really paying attention too much. I just had a little tape line. So if this is unbalanced, I'm gonna flip shit. I use files, about various sizing of files. I cannot take credit for any of this, because I was just gonna like try and sand this all down, but Scott recommended I get files, so I went and got files. I've been here for like an hour, brake clean, grease, and files, trying to get it to mate. Finally I got it enough to where it would like bite. Then I took the whole drive shaft and hit it against the truck bed, and it mated. So now that's there. I didn't forget anything, thank God. I didn't forget the washer. The bolt is threaded in, the threads have started, so now I need to actually thread the rest of it in. I didn't use Loctite or anything. I think I should be okay. I'm just gonna really try and get it tight, and then it'll be time to throw it in the car. Again, I won't be filming that part because I don't have time to film underneath the car today. All right, I am back. Good news is drive shaft is in. It's fully bolted up to the rear flange, to the diff, and then the new 𝙡𝙤𝙠𝙚's in there. The new center support bearing's in there. It's all mounted. I still need to like adjust the lock collar or whatever. And I need to put the rest of the car back together now. So now all I have to do is put the cross member in for the drive shaft, then put the like weird insulation thing back in, then hang the mid pipe, then put the rear section on, which shouldn't be that hard. But I'm super smart and didn't label any bolts, or I labeled some, but just not enough to know what I'm looking at this moment in time. So I need to sort through some of the bolts that I have laying here and use common sense, hopefully, to figure it out. So yeah, I'll probably be here for a second figuring out which goes where, and then after that it should be ready to just go right in. Alright, just wanted to kind of conclude this video wrapping up what we did with the car, what I did with the car in the last, I don't know, 4 months or so. So surprise, surprise, not a lot got done. I'm pretty sure I kind of went over everything. So the headers were kind of like the biggest thing, plus the new AC rear section. Wheels and tires are fitted that I've been kind of waiting to use forever, the DS1s. I think they're great. I'm not sold on the color, but it does look good under particular lighting, and just, I don't know. I'm just content with finally being able to drive the car again. It's made me a lot happier as a person. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really care about just like driving and enjoying what I have, and I wasn't doing that, so now I'm doing that. And yeah, headers are cool, but the car needs to get louder, so I'm gonna try and do some kind of mid-pipe custom or whatever it takes to I want to go catless, but we'll see. But yeah, mid pipe is going to be sweet, and kind of just drive the car more. I want to do some more like DIY-ish videos and kind of focus on little particular mods that I'll be doing, certain things, or little tiny things that I'm correcting on the car. I think maybe I just want to start recording, documenting that, because people seem to like the E36 videos, and I love working on the car. Just don't ever film stuff just because it's tedious and never really find time to do so. So anyways, I know this video is all over the place, but I have a really awesome video coming out with this car. So yeah, stay tuned. Should be up within the same week. I'm gonna try and like get them pretty close together, because this doesn't really count as like a good video, or like, this is generally an update. So hopefully it was somewhat watchable and kind of got caught up to speed if you follow along. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more E36 content, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.